remember you.
Oh.
You don't remember me?
I'm sorry. Yes, I remember your face. Yes.
You are Mr. Johnson.
Yes, ma'am.
Bill Johnson.
Yes. How do you do? Well, I'm furious because of my own personal situation. I'm furious because of this rich city turning its backs on poor and needy people. And I'm furious at the game of politics being played in these offices surrounding us that just show contempt for people's well-being and their future. And again, it's plain politics. It's saying that there's a tremendous problem, and then we realize the problem isn't as big as they say it is. They kind of downplay the revenue that is obviously out there, and the billionaires and the corporations. And they make their deals, which is going on right now. All those thousands of teacher layoffs obviously weren't true. So now they're saying 2,000 teacher layoffs.
2,000, they're saying, not 6,000?
Yeah. So we've been lied to, deceived, cheated, misinformed. And to say that I'm angry is to understate my case. I'm outraged. We don't live in a just and fair society. It's a society that's obviously great for the ruling elite, for the lawyers and politicians and the opportunists. And the people who don't place a high value on our common humanity, but place a high value on the opportunities for their own personal humanity. And that just destroys the fabric of the society, which should be from the ground up. Instead, it's from the top down, with strings attached. So to me, that's neither democracy nor justice. And I arrive at the fact that over the past 3 months, I've been made homeless, and my family's possessions of over 100 years have been dumped into a dumpster by a madman named John Fusco, who was a New York State Supreme Court judge, who should be investigated. But it doesn't seem like the FBI or the U.S. Attorney's Office wants to have anything to do with it. And this is supposedly what I fought for and got shot for in Vietnam. Justice for just us, not for all.
So, are you homeless now?
I stay with friends. I've lost my family home that was built by my grandfather over 100 years ago.
What happened?
What's that?
What happened?
Well, it was at the end of a civil lawsuit my sister started after I'd taken care of our mother for 8 years. And they had their own lives that they lived and enjoyed while I took care of our mother. And then when our mother died, they forced the sale of the family home, which I told them I was not ready for. If there's any way we could avoid it, let's make a deal. They didn't want a deal, they wanted the best deal for themselves. So end of family discussion, in came the lawyers, and reasonableness and sanity and kindness and compassion were over. Ended right there. We need drastic reform of our legal system. The adversarial system works for the lawyers, not for the people.
So you got no help at all?
What's that?
You got no help at all?
Well, from the lawyers that I got were obviously working together with the common interest, which was to do me under, and so I never got a true defense. I wanted to take this into surrogate's court to contest a phony agreement that really was no agreement at all. It was signed on my father's deathbed under threat that my two sisters would cause trouble for the family. That's why I signed that argument. That agreement, but it was really an argument. So I spent thousands of dollars wasted on phony lawyers.
What about the VA? Can you get any help from the VA?
No, and I've tried. Here they are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on my health, and yet there's no way of getting help for my justice that supposedly I was fighting for in Vietnam. This, I am beside myself with the complete contradiction and hypocrisy of my situation and our state of affairs in this very corrupt society.
If you could change things, what's the most important thing you would like to change?
Well,
Priority.
the fact that we are separate as individuals, we separate ourselves. Families, communities have lost their glue, the bonds that tie, the love, juicy love that our society was all about, the songs, the stories. That's what we need, that kind of life that raises life up, doesn't place dollar signs all over it to say that this is the only thing that life needs. Got to get back to those songs and stories of love, passion, one for all and all for one, which is the way I grew up. That's what we should change.
I'm sorry to hear about your situation.
Thank you.
God bless you. I hope it improves soon.
Thank you. I hope yours stays good or gets better.
Now, earlier when I asked you, were you curious? I think you thought I said, were you furious? I meant, were you curious how I know you?
Curious.
Yes,
I
but that's
thought you said
okay.
furious.
No, I know you did, but that's okay because you know you
All right, please
you spoke
refresh-
from the heart. No, you.
refresh my memory.
Okay, now September 11 this year, I filmed you with that vet, that Navy vet on Warren Street. Remember that vet that the crowd was attacking? It was September 11 of this year, 2011, and they had a bunch of people out here, and you were standing there with a woman. She was from a veteran from the Navy. She had just, come out, and they were attacking her. And she was fighting, and she was fighting, and you supported her, and you stood there, and you stood here, and you said, I interviewed you. You said such lovely things. You remember I interviewed you?
Yes, yes.
So it was for, I was in college and I just graduated, and it was for,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Felicidades.
And it was for a project.
How did it turn out?
I got an A+.
Beautiful.
Okay? But I gotta tell you, so I played it for my class, and you had everyone in tears.
Oh, man.
Most of my classmates were women, and my professor was saying, you just touched him. What you said, you were so eloquent. You said such beautiful things. My professor was like totally in awe of what you said.
That's beautiful.
So you got me an A+. You got me an A+. But you know, one of the things that I regret, and they kept asking me, did you get his phone number? So in case you ever want to, publish it,
Right.
you need his permission.
You got it. Yeah.
And I says, yeah, I didn't get his phone number. So thanks to you and the young lady, her name was, I forgot the first name. Anyway, this tape is about to finish. I'm going to pause this and put another tape in because it's about to finish now, okay? All right.
You ever get in touch
Hang
with
in
her?
there.
You ever get in touch with her? Tell her I say hello.
Okay? Okay, wait, I'm going to turn this off.